Welcome to the Bodhi Academy. My name is Shrutika and today let us continue with the last part of this chapter, that is principle of inheritance and variation. So today we will study about sex determination and we will also study about the various disorders related to the genes in human beings. So what is sex determination? So Hankins in 1891 observed a trace of specific nuclear structure in few insects. He also observed that this specific nuclear structure is located on 50% of sperm only, and he called this as X bodies. He was not able to explain its significance, but later it was observed that the ovum that receives the sperm with X body becomes female, and those which does not belong to male. So this X bodies was called as sex chromosomes, and other chromosomes were called as autosomes. So in human beings and other organisms, XY type of sex determination is seen, but some insects like Drosophila, that is XO type of sex determination, is present. So in both types of sex determination, male produces two types of gametes, either with or without X chromosome, or some with X chromosome and some with Y chromosome. So such types of sex determinations are called as male heterogamety. In birds, ZW type of sex determination is present. That is, two different types of gametes are produced by females in terms of sex chromosomes, and this types of sex determination is called as female heterogamety. So this is how sex determination is done in human beings. So this is how sex determination is done in organisms. So now we will see sex determination in human beings. So XY type out of 20. So in human beings it is of XY type. So out of 23 pairs of chromosome, that is, we consist of 23 pairs of chromosome. 22 pairs are exactly same in female and male, and they are called as autosomes, and a pair of X chromosome is present in female and XY in male. During spermatogenesis, male produces two types of gametes, that is sperm, 50% carrying Y chromosome and remaining 50% will carry X chromosome. Female produces only one kind of gamete in the ovum, that is only X chromosome. So in female only X chromosome is produced, and in male 50% of the sperms will carry X chromosome and 50% of the sperms will carry Y chromosome. When sperm having Y chromosome, when a sperm having Y chromosome, the sex of the baby is male, and when sperm carries X chromosome, fertilizes the egg, the baby becomes a female. So when a baby will have X and Y chromosome, then it will be a male. And if the baby consists of X and X chromosome, that is X from the parent, so from female, both the babies, both male and female, will have X chromosome, and from male either they will get X or Y, depending upon the male's the chromosome that they inherit from the male. The sex of the child will be determined, whether they will be female or whether they will be born male. So if it is XY, then it is a boy, and if it is XX, then it is a girl. So this is how sex determination is done in human beings. Now we will see the phenomena of mutation. So mutation is a phenomena which results in alteration of DNA sequences, and consequently result in change in the genotype and phenotype of an organism. So we all know that DNA consists of our genetic material, and if there is a change in the DNA structure, it will cause a change in the genetic and the phenotype, that is the morphological appearance of the organism. So there is a change if there is a mutation, that is, if there is change in the DNA sequence, then there will be change in the genotype and the phenotype of the organism. And the mutation that arises due to change in single base of DNA are called as point mutation. Example in sickle cell anemia. So what is point mutation? It is like on a specific point. If the mutation occurs in a specific base sequences, then it is called as point mutation. Then we will see what is pedigree analysis. So pedigree analysis is basically analysis of the traits in several of generation of a family. It is called as pedigree analysis. Basically, it is the observing your traits from. It is basically observing your family tree and the traits which are inherited, the diseases which are inherited from generation to generation. So this is done using a pedigree analysis. So the inheritance of several particular traits is represented in a family tree overall over several generations, and this is used to trace the inheritance of several traits and abnormality and diseases in a family. Genetic disorders. So broadly, genetic disorders, that is disorders related to change in the genetic makeup. It is basically grouped into two categories, that is Mendelian disorders and chromosomal disorders. So first we will study the Mendelian disorders. So first disorder in Mendelian disorder is hemophilia. So hemophilia, it is a sex-linked recessive disease in which in an infected individual, a minor cut leads to non-stop bleeding. Heterozygous female carrier can transmit the disease to their son. The possibility of a female becoming hemophilic is extremely rare because mother of such female has to be at least carrier and the father should be hemophilic, unavailable in the later stages of life. Second is sickle cell anemia, an autosomal linked recessive trait in which mutant hemoglobin molecules undergo polymerization under low oxygen tension, causing change in the shape of the RBC. So from biconvex disc to elongated sickle cell, the red blood cells which are there, they attain a structure of sickle, that is a crescent shape. This defect is caused by substitution of glutamic acid by valine at the sixth position of beta globin chain of the hemoglobin molecule. So the hemoglobin molecule, this change occurs in the hemoglobin molecule. The substitution of amino acid in the globin protein results due to the single base substitution at the sixth codon of the beta globin gene from GAG to GUG. So this shift from GAG to GUG causes what? The sickle cell anemia disease in the human beings. Then comes the phenylketonuria. Phenylketonuria, inborn errors of metabolism inherited as autosomal recessive trait. The affected individual lacks an enzyme that converts the amino acid phenylalanine to tyrosine. So as a result of this, phenylalanine is accumulated and converted into phenyl pyruvic acid and other derivatives that result into mental retardation. So this phenylalanine has to be converted to tyrosine. Okay, but there is this enzyme which requires for this transformation is not present in the individual. So what happens is the phenylalanine gets accumulated, which causes mental retardation in the human beings. Now we will see chromosomal disorders, that is the last part of the chapter. So failure of segregation of chromatides during cell division result in loss and gain of chromosome called as aneuploidy, and this failure of cytokinesis leads to two sets of chromosome called as polyploidy. So basically during cell division the chromosomes also divide. So failure in the division causes this chromosomal disorders in human beings. So first is Down syndrome. Due to the presence of additional copy of the chromosome number 21, the affected individual is short, stunted, with small round head, furrowed tongue and partially open mouth. Mental development is retarded. So these are the symptoms of Down syndrome. Then comes as Turner syndrome. So this Turner syndrome, it is caused due to absence of one of the X chromosome, that is 45 with XO. Such females are sterile as the ovaries are rudimentary. They lack secondary sexual characters. So in Turner syndrome there are no development of sexual characters, secondary sexual character. Then comes the Klinefelter's syndrome, due to presence of an additional copy of X chromosome, what happens is there is an additional X chromosome. So the XXY chromosomes, such person has over mucilline such person has over masculine development. However, the feminine development, that is development of breast etc., is also expressed, and they are sterile. So these are the symptoms of this disease. So in today's video, what we have seen is, we have seen the genetic disorders, that is Mendelian disorder and the chromosomal disorder. We have seen sex determination, and we have also seen sex determination in human beings. So thank you for watching today's video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to the Bodhi Academy.